What's with Mario Party? Mario Party is a Nintendo party game notorious for the heated interactions it invokes among players. Due to the excessive number of random elements present in the game, players are constantly on their toes. Even the best players need to stay alert of how quickly the game can change at any moment. Victory is never certain, as even the very last second can completely turn the tables. The first Mario Party game was released in 1998 for the Nintendo 64. It wasn't long before there were many sequels spanning many years and many systems. Each one was unique in their styles of boards, playable characters, and minigames. The first 8 Mario Parties featured each players individually traversing a cyclic board aiming to land on stars that show up around the map. After everyone takes their turn, the players participate in a minigame to collect coins with which they can purchase stars or items. In the end, the player with the most stars wins. However, starting with Mario Party 9, the game as a whole changed quite drastically. Instead of everyone moving separately, these games restricted all players to one single entity that moves across a linear board. Each player takes turns moving the single unit. Around the board, players collect mini-stars, which essentially replace both stars and coins. Instead of every turn, minigames are played when a player lands on a special minigame space. When the players reach the end of the linear board, they participate in one final boss minigame, and after that, the player with the most mini-stars wins the game. As a result of these changes, Mario Party 9 and 10 are generally disliked by fans of the series. This would make sense, as people naturally oppose changes this big, but is there more to it than that? Are the newer Mario Parties actually great games that haven't been given a good chance by players who dismiss the changes? Or is there some kind of inherent issue with these games and their design? Well, if you really think about it, Mario Party as a game is barely interactive. That's not to say it's a bad or unfun game by any means, but take a moment to really think about how much agency you have as a player. The player really only has control over 4 things: which direction to go at a crossroads, which doesn't even happen very often, whether or not to use an item, assuming you have an item, whether or not to purchase goods when you show up at a vendor, and the minigames. Oh, and also you can taunt. The first 3 of these are extremely conditional in the first place, as players don't always have items or show up at crossroads or vendors. The most interactive part of the game are without a doubt the minigames. But while the players do have complete control during the minigames, at their core, they don't even really influence the game in the long term. Obviously, it's a positive for the winner of a minigame to get 10 coins, but this never guarantees them any stars. In fact, someone could win every single minigame but still come out with fewer stars than the other players. That's to say, even the most interactive part of the game is only marginally influential on the game's outcome. No matter how good you are at the game, it's still just a drawn-out roulette wheel, as anyone can win last second. Now, consider the player's mindset in the traditional Mario Party format and compare it to that of Mario Party 9 and 10. Originally, players have a clear goal in mind, and that's to go toward the star. Maybe they don't have much control going there, but it's something for them to look forward to, and its frequently changing location on the map. In a way, a goal gives players a sense of agency, even if there isn't actually agency to have. To have a direct objective, such as aiming for a star, makes players put more thought into each event that takes place. Players are constantly considering how the game's frequent changes alters their ability to go toward that goal. Removing the stars on the map in Mario Party 9 and 10 is equatable to masking players' goals from their view. This is exacerbated by the fact that players share a unit and aren't able to explore the map individually. By being able to move on their own, players feel like they have more control over the game, even if that control is just an illusion. Even though they never had a great deal of agency before, the guise that they had any is now gone, and players may have less interest when they realize just how little say they have in the game. With as little agency as players have over Mario Party, why is it still fun? While Mario Party isn't as interactive as other competitive games, it's potentially equally as stimulating. Mario Party has a reputation for the silly atmosphere it invokes among players. This is because Mario Party is heavily determined by luck rather than skill. This luck-based system of Mario Party allows to possess 3 traits: the lack of pressure to perform well, as the player is hardly responsible for winning or even losing the game, the surprise from seeing and constantly adapting to the frequent random events the game has to offer, and accessibility, as even a new player can succeed in a game based on luck. These 3 traits encourage a fun and frenetic atmosphere among players. Friends are constantly being exposed to new stimuli which they're then able to enthuse over. People often joke about losing friendships over Mario Party, but in a friendly environment, everyone's just having a good time playing a silly game and seeing where it takes them, and that's what Mario Party is all about. So what's the point? Mario Party encourages friendly engagements. The game requires little strategy, as even the worst player can win out of dumb luck. But Mario Party was never about strategy, and while the newer games may shed light on the series' lack of interactivity, they can still foster the same affable atmosphere that the series has been known for. And that's what's with Mario Party. Super duper special thanks to all the beautiful people listed below and to the left. Y'all are great. Let's play Mario Party sometime. Subscribe.